This is Margaret Marshall, and we're here today with Christina. And I am your healthy living expert. And today we're going to help Christina with one of her challenges. So, Christina, thanks so much for being with us today. And how can we help you?
Thank you. Well, my problem is going away on cruises. How do I stop eating everything that I see when I go on a cruise? That's immediately my first thing that I want to do.
That's the first challenge you want to talk about? Or when you're on a cruise, the first thing you want to do is eat everything you see?
That's, I guess that's what I want to talk about. That's my biggest problem. When I'm here and I'm home, I find myself eating normal. When I go on a cruise, I eat till I get sick, and it's not good.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because many people ask me about that, and that is a real thing. And in fact, I'm going to be speaking on a cruise in February to passengers on how to, get the most out of your cruise without feeling sick. So tell me what happens, Christina. Do you cruise often?
I'd say about once or twice a year.
So that's often.
Yeah.
That's often. So you're accustomed to going on cruises. It's not something new to you.
No.
So you know that the abundance of food that is available to you.
Yes.
And so, Christina, what I hear you saying is that when you're home, you're more in control of your eating, but for some reason while you're cruising, the food is more in control of you.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
Is this something you want to change, or is it okay with you once or twice a year to eat like that?
Once or twice a year, it's fine. But the problem is I find myself wanting to continue to eat like that. Once I get home, I can't get out of cruise mode.
That's the issue.
Yes.
That's the real issue. Okay, I'm glad we got to that. Because, when you're on vacation eating is very different than normal everyday eating, and it really should be. If you think about it, Christina, your sleeping patterns are different while you're cruising, correct?
Yes.
You're probably up later at night.
Yes, that's
right. Your spending habits are different.
Definitely.
Right? And maybe you drink a little more on a cruise than you do at home.
Definitely.
Definitely. So it would make sense that your eating patterns would also be different, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so that's okay. The thing I hear you saying, though, Christina, that makes me a little concerned is that you eat until you feel sick. Is that true, or is that just... Is that true, or is that just, you're just saying that?
Well, certain nights they're putting, when the waiter comes around and I order one thing and I'm like, oh, but this looks good too. He's like, oh, let me bring you both entrees then. And then you feel like you have to eat it. And then that's my issue. And then you feel a little sick and you get like lethargic. And I hate that feeling because then you feel sick afterwards.
And they do that. They do push food on the cruise. The waiters will push food on you. So you just said it. You get lethargic and you feel sick.
Yes.
When you're feeling like that, really, you can't really have the best time that you should be having on a cruise.
No.
When you're feeling like that. So, there's a lot of food that's there. There's lots of choices to make. There's also good choices to make. But I hear you talking about quantity more than quality.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So I hear two challenges. So we'll deal with this one first. The one thing I would say to you right away is when the waiter offers you a second entree, you can say no, thank you.
That's true.
And you can think before you say yes or before you answer him, you can think, what am I going to feel like if I eat these two entrees after all the food I've eaten today?
Yeah.
What is that going to make me feel like? And what do we have to do tonight that I'm going to have fun with? And I want to be energetic and lively for that, not lethargic and sick.
Yeah.
So for that, I would say to you, just have a plan in your head because all the entrees look good. Just have a plan in your head for when the waiter tries to bring you two portions, and they do that often. Think about how you want to feel after. And if you thought about that, Christine, would it change the choice you make?
Yeah, it definitely will, because I want to be able to stay up all night and do all the activities on the ship and not feel like I want to go take a nap and then fall asleep for the rest of the night.
Right, because where's the fun in that? Where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
And it also affects your digestive system, and you don't want to. A lot of people spend too much time in the bathroom when they're on a cruise because of the way they eat. So you don't want that to happen.
No.
And, what I always say to myself, Christina, when I get on a cruise, I always say, "Okay, Margaret, this food is for 3,000 people, not just you."
That's true. That's
you know,
that's a good way of looking at it.
so there's so much of it, it's not there just for me.
Yeah.
But the thing that I hear you saying, which I think is real important, is that when you get back from the cruise, it's very hard to get out of that routine.
That's right.
How long does that last?
Well, for me this time around, it's been a little over a week since I've been back home. And I find that all of our friends want to go out to dinner when we get back. And then, for example, last night we went out to dinner with a few friends, and one of the entrees was chicken pot pie, and we're all ordering our entrees. And then one of our friends turns around and goes, "Let's order the chicken pot pie as an appetizer." And I'm trying my best to be good. And I'm like, all right, fine. I had a little piece, but I knew I could have done without it. And
Okay.
I'm still in cruise mode. I'm like, yeah, let's bring on the food, but I gotta snap out of it eventually.
That's the thing. And now you're paying for it too. You're paying for it out of your pocket. It's not free.
Yes.
Think of it that way. So when you get back from a cruise, it does take a few days to get out of that. They're not waiting on me anymore. My every wish is not being honored. I have to do it myself. Give yourself 1 or 2 days, but then get back into your normal eating patterns. And think about, Christina, what is it that says to you, this is my normal eating pattern, whether it's a certain breakfast, whether it's, a certain drinking water, whatever it is. Start with that right away. So what is it that says to you, my normal eating pattern is?
I'd have to say water. I'm a big water drinker.
Okay, so drinking water brings you back to the present.
Yes.
And brings you back to the day that you're no longer on the cruise, and that for you, it's fine to eat like that 1 or 2 weeks a year, but not every week.
Right.
And I always tell people when they go on vacation, whether it's a cruise or not, don't weigh yourself for another week. Don't come home and weigh yourself. Wait for a week and get, because if there's a little weight on, that's just temporary from the cruise. But if you continue to eat the way you eat on a cruise, you'll continue to gain weight. And that's really not what you want to do.
No.
So what did you hear today, Christina, that will help you?
I heard that I have to think that this is temporary and that I can't keep eating like I'm still on the cruise, and I need to get back. Even if it's just something as simple as drinking more water again, I have to start going back into my normal routine.
Get back into your normal routine. And you just said, Christina, you can't keep eating like that. Truthfully, you can keep eating like that, but what will happen?
I'll feel sick, and I don't want that.
Okay, so really you have to remind yourself that I don't want to feel sick.
That's true.
I don't want to feel sick, because you can eat like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel sick. And that's what you want to do. So for your next cruise, whenever that will be, and the waiter offers you an extra meal, remember to think, what do I have planned for tonight, and how do I want to feel tonight? Okay. And then right now, get back to, if drinking water says I'm home and I'm back on my normal eating routine, and I will go on another cruise, just not today.
No, not today.
And I don't want to feel sick, and I don't want to keep eating like this because it doesn't make you feel well. So do whatever it is that says I'm back home.
That sounds great. I'm definitely going to take that advice and maybe even go back to the gym tomorrow, which is also something else I need to do.
All right, there you go. See, just by thinking I'm going to drink water, it's all starting to happen for you.
Yes.
All right, so get that water bottle out.
I will. Got it right here.
Okay, there you go. And thanks so much for being with us today and for your challenge. And I always say to people, please subscribe here, because someone else's challenge can be your challenge, and we can help everybody. So again, this is Margaret Marshall, your healthy living expert. And Christina, I wish you years and years and years of happy cruising.
Thank you so much, Margaret.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.